Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Like, see me, I just finished making a video. I just scrolled. Let me see if I have interesting video before I go back and go to search. And I saw this video. Bam! Like this is literally the very first time I'm seeing this lady. I just stumbled on this her page like a minute ago. I don't even think it's up to a minute because my phone was already recording while I saw her. It's not even up to a minute. Part one of why I'm leaving my husband. Oh, this one is in part. So let's this is part one. Let's go to her page and see how many parts she has dropped. Oh, this is new, guys. This is new. Part one, part two, part three. Okay. Oh my god, this is my heart is breaking. 3 months after marriage. And she looks to be so young. Let's listen. She uploaded this 2 days ago. So this is still ongoing. Okay, guys. Let's buckle up. Let's relax and listen to this story. Let's continue. Let's start rather. Oh guys.
I am 27 years old and about to get divorced from my husband after only being married for 3 months. I posted this story time yesterday, but I deleted it because I got scared. I'm not going to yip yap too much because I know this story. This is only part one, and it's going to take the whole 10 minutes, so I'm just about to get right into it. So, my husband and I got married within a year of dating. I know. People going to say that was too fast, or yada, 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 but in
But the thing is, so I've stopped saying, oh, that's too far. Didn't we see the Henrys? They married 6 months after meeting each other and they've been having beautiful marriage. I've seen people that married after a few days and they're having beautiful marriages. So it's not even about the length of time. There are people that even after dating 5 years, they still have the worst marriage. So let's not even say, oh, you jumped. But even though at times it's good to know so that you can ascertain if you were making those decisions based on emotions or you genuinely want to spend the rest of your life with this person. So I need to balance that. So what am I even saying? But you guys get the point here. Let's continue.
my head, I didn't think that was too fast because that was my man. That was my man, my man. I loved him. He always treated me right. He was kind, protective. He was a problem solver. He was strong and handsome. He was in a gym. He prayed with me. Like, he just took care of me, really. So I didn't think there was anything to it. There was some things that he was missing when it comes to what I desired in a man and a husband. But I had never had a man that was treating me in this way. And
Hold on. Are we hearing why this is already in a bad thing? She said there were some things she desired in a marriage that he was missing. But because nobody has treated her the way the man treated her, that's why she overlooked. There will always be signs. Before the person will say, oh, there were no signs. There will always be signs. But you see, she ignored it. If you remember, there was a video I saw, okay, the video where a girl made a list. I love that, and I encourage us that it is very important that we also have a list of what we are looking for in a husband or in a wife, because that will guide us. When we see it, it's easy for us to identify. But when you don't have a list, what you're working with, anybody can be your husband, anybody can be a wife. Okay. Lesson number one already.
he just came at a time where I was like, oh, this gotta be God. And it wasn't. So, it's important to note that my husband is an alcoholic. Well, my soon to be ex husband is an alcoholic. And he always
Say what? No, no. Guys, I'm not even going to say it mildly. Alcoholic. People that actually know some things that people are doing that will destroy their life, that will overall destroy the entire thing they're doing, and still go ahead to marry or date those people. What I want to people to answer me, like, what is this that make people overlook stuff like that? Because you know that being an alcoholic is not something that is mild or something that somebody will easily get over. All my life, I only know one alcoholic. All my life, I only know one. And he's not just an alcoholic, he's evil. So anytime I see someone that is alcoholic, the way I used to start picturing to be that man, I grew up around that man. He's an evil. When I meet somebody is evil, that everybody around know he's evil, I used to think that maybe it's the alcohol that makes him to be that evil. So once I see anybody that drinks anyhow, hey, the way I stay clear of you, hey, because I don't want to be in the same room with you. I would rather be praying for you from afar. but share a life with you. No, 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 no.
Claimed that he actually wasn't an alcoholic, which is red flag number one. But he's an alcoholic. So there would be times where he would occasionally slip up when it comes to drinking while we were still dating, but it wouldn't be anything major. It'd be like a couple Four Locos or something, but he wouldn't be like drunk or messed up. Well, actually, there was a couple times where he got drunk, but I never thought too much of it because it was like once every blue moon. So I was like, oh, okay, he's just going through some things. Mental health and black men, he just needs somebody to be there for him. I'm not going to be that woman that turns my back on him when he needs somebody, yada, yada, yada. So fast forward, and it's about time for us to get married. Well, it's not time for. We didn't plan our marriage. We eloped. It was like a decision like that. We had already been talking about getting married, but we didn't plan to do it when we did it. So about a week prior to us getting married, there was things were getting rough in our relationship, and it was stressing me out. Yeah, there was just a lot of things going on. He was drinking more, and he was just not okay mentally. And
And you think, oh, someone will say, oh, why are you blaming the? But see, the signs were already there. Like that's why it's breaking my heart. Did you need to wait till married before your eyes were finally opened? Because so that's the thing. Like I'm happy that I'm even coming across
I
this
was
with
calling
you
off work to take care.
because there are some questions I used to have that when I see videos like this. Okay, when you were seeing the signs, what still made you go ahead with the wedding? Because say before the wedding, a lot of things were going wrong.
Of him and all the other stuff. So one day we was on the way home, and he looked at me and said, "Let's get married." And I'm like, "What? Like, are you sure? Because like, are you sure you're not saying that out of emotions right now? Because you were already drinking a little bit. Are you sure that you actually want to do this?" And I should have been the one to be like, "No, we're not going to do that." But I wanted to get married so bad that I overlooked all the red flags that was staring at me blatantly in the face. It was just I was
Oh, okay. Now this is the root of the problem. She wanted to get married so bad. It was out of desperation. And I think when women are in this state of desperation to get married or be in a relationship, they say yes to anybody that's available at that point. And at that state of mindset, they are not even vetting anything. Because come on, in this instance, it was staring at her in the face. The red flags were staring at her, but because she was desperate, she was not looking at anything. So okay, now we have the root of the problem.
blind. Like I didn't see it. I had on rose colored lenses. So, anyways, that same day we said let's get married, we went and got married, bought the rings and everything the same day, and went to the courthouse and got married. And I was so happy after we got married. Like it was great. He was sober, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is it. I found my person. I'm married now. Like we're gonna be together for the rest of our lives. This is gonna be so great. God is gonna bless us because we did the right thing. Yada yada yada. So literally right after we got married, he decided he wanted to go get a drink to celebrate. And I'm like, that's an odd way to celebrate it when you're supposed to be sober. Like we're supposed to just be enjoying this together, sober. But I digress. So he went and got like some wine, I think. And from that point on, that man was literally drinking every day. Things went downhill so quickly after we got married. There was literally not one day where we were able to celebrate or just be happy as newlyweds. There was not one day at all. He might have been happy because he was just living it up. But I was miserable because he quit his job right after that.
Whoa.
So he didn't have a job. We just had my car and it's all rink-a-dink. And he stopped doing anything. He wasn't helping me around the house. He wasn't helping me with anything at all. I was doing all the cooking and cleaning, and I was taking care of him like he was a newborn. Like, whatever you have to do with a newborn, I was doing that for him. I'm not gonna go into details, but I was doing that. I was a caretaker.
I want to believe that was why he went ahead and married her because he has seen that, oh, this lady is ready to condone my excesses. So let me just hook her down so that she will know that, oh, after he's my husband, let me take care of my husband. He knows what he did. He knows what he did. Ah.
I was a caretaker because he was too drunk to take care of himself. This was really taking a toll on our relationship, on me. I was extremely stressed out. I grew resentful towards him because this is not what I signed up for. This is not the man that I agreed to marry. This is not the man that I originally met. This is not the man I fell in love with. I felt like I got duped. I felt like he had on a mask the entire time, or at least pretended for as long as he could. And as soon as we got married, he just
Let's be honest, the man was not pretending, sister. He showed you just that, like you said, you were blind to it. He was not pretending, just that he was doing it in moderation. He was not pretending. And all those times he slept. What you still call it pretense? Let's be honest, girls. Now let's be honest. Ah,
stopped caring. He just gave up because he knew how I felt about divorce. He knew that I didn't like. I would do everything in my power not to get a divorce, and I believe he took advantage of that. So, he was on one of his binge days where he was just drinking, like to the point where seeing him sober made me happy because he actually did something. Because he was never sober. He woke up before he ate breakfast. He was at the gas station buying a drink. So, so one day he had, this is the downfall towards things, because I was willing to work with him through all this other stuff. I said, oh, we can go get you in rehab. I'm gonna stand beside you. I'm gonna help you. You just need help. You just need prayer, all of this stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stand beside him. I'm gonna stick beside him. It's hard, but hey. So anyways, this what I'm about to say next is when things started to really go downhill. So he was drunk and he was outside talking on the phone, and my spider senses was tingling. So I'm at the window, like, cause he was standing next to the window. I'm listening to his conversation. He's on the phone with his ex-girlfriend. He's on the phone with his ex-girlfriend confessing that he wants to be with her. You know, whatever it takes, we can forget about the past. I want to be with you. I want to be with you. I'll leave right now. You just gotta tell me that you want this. Mind you, we're married. So I walk outside like, nigga,
you are married. He is not married. Because like I said, he only married her so that she could take care of him for the time being. Maybe the other girlfriend was also doing that, and I don't know, maybe that one has more money than you, because you said your car is repeating. Maybe that one has more money than you, so you wanted to go back to that one. Because somebody like that is an
what are you
alcoholic
doing?
in
Like,
that
what are
man.
you doing? Why are you talking?
You think he regards the marriage? Come on now. That one doesn't even have love for himself. So he cannot love anybody. Do you see what he's doing to himself? No.
Who are you talking to, first of all? And I found out it was his ex, and that really pissed me off. Like, I started crying, and I was like, why would you do this to me? Why would you wait till after we get married to do all this? You could have just left me alone. You could have left me where I was. We could have stayed away from the girlfriend. You didn't have to marry me. Now we have to, like, in order to separate, we have to get divorced. There's no breaking up and just walking away. We have to get divorced. So I was pissed, and he saw me crying, and he started to tear up. Like, it seemed like it bothered him that he hurt me, but not enough to stop, because he went into the house. Like, literally after that conversation, went into the house, called her again in the bedroom while I was standing right there. Now, after this, he claimed to not remember doing it. He was like, oh, I was drunk. You know, I don't remember doing that stuff. You know, I only want you. I don't want her. I don't know why I did that, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not happy about this at all. But I'm like, you know what? Like, it's just words. Nothing really happened. So, you know, I really pissed about it. So I don't really forgive you. But what can I do right now? So we just continue. And I'm still resentful for him, towards him, not really talking to him, and just, you know. So after this, he ends up calling somebody to be like, oh, hey, like, you know, I just need a break. I need to get out of here, whatever. So he ends up going to another city with somebody. I'm not going to say, like, who it was, but he ends up going to another city. It was a guy, somebody, you know, part of the family, whatever. He ends up going to another city with them. I don't think nothing of it, but he's there, and he's, like, not really answering my phone calls at all. Like, he's not answering my phone calls. I got his location, so I see where he's at, but I'm not familiar with that city, so me seeing where he's at does not mean anything at all. So I'm blowing his phone up, texting him, whatever. He's not answering. So I eventually do get a hold of him. He comes home or whatever, and I found out that the ex that he called lives in that very city that he went to visit. Now, I don't know if he actually did anything. I have my suspicions, but I have no proof. He swears up and down that he ain't do nothing, but I don't know. Okay, my time is almost up, and it's only the tip of the iceberg. But when he got back home, I was like, okay, I'm upset that he went there in the same city as his ex and didn't tell me and then didn't answer the phone. He always swore up and down that he would never cheat on me. So like I'm not sure what to believe at this point. I'm angry, but at the same time I'm like I'm relieved that he's here and that he's okay. So maybe everything will be fine now. Maybe he can be sober. Maybe that's what he needed in order to like reset, you know? Maybe this is exactly what he needed, but no. That was not the case. Okay, y'all, I ran out of time, so I'm about to make part two. And
I just have one question. Do people genuinely take the words of an alcoholic serious? Like, be for real. Like, an alcoholic will make a promise to you and you take it and hold on to it. You think he means what he will say. You remember what I told you guys that I grew up around one alcoholic? I grew up around an alcoholic. When I mean an alcoholic, I remember when I told her he's an evil person. He's still alive to date. And they married a wife for him. Like some people in Nigeria understand when they mean they married a wife for a grown-up man. They married a wife for him because he cannot even afford it. So his family members married a wife for so that they'll procreate and have children. So you can imagine the kind of woman they married for him. So my heart even goes when I heard it was they were marrying a wife for him. Like my heart broke on behalf of the girl because they will go and look for a girl that doesn't have anything to her name, a girl that does not have a family that will speak on her behalf, or maybe somebody that feels like, oh, my own has finished. Anyone that comes now is like my savior. That kind of a girl. Mhm. So like this one now, the man came back telling he did not and he believed him. An alcoholic. Remember when I told that one I know is evil. And you see the way the man is living up to the one I know. Evil. Evil. Guys, I'll see in part two. But my heart is breaking out. Like my heart breaks on behalf of this lady. My heart goes out to her. And she looks to be so young. Imagine at this young age, you're already experiencing this amount of evil from somebody that was supposedly to be your life partner. May we not miss it when it comes to choosing a life partner in Jesus' name. Amen. See you guys in part two.